Hey everybody, this is Oversized Duelist. I am going to show you guys my new updated 6 Samurai deck for the new format list. Wanted to see what you guys thought of it and see if you think it's got some quirks or whatever. I'm going to start with the monsters. 3 Kagemusha, 3 Kageki, because those you have to run in 3s. 3 Kazan, because he's stupid good. 2 Mizuho and 2 Shinai. Again, they're great ways to recycle after you've tried a big push and something went wrong, and I absolutely love having them. 2 Grandmaster, I dropped down to 2 just because I felt that was a good number. 1 Inichi to get rid of those pesky synchros you can't get over, Colossal Fire, all that stuff. 1 Zanji, until I get my hand of the 6 Samurai, I'm running him. When I get hand, I'll probably drop Zanji for hand, just because hand can do the same job that Zanji can do, but better, and without me having to take life point damage if it's a big monster I'm trying to get rid of. On to spells. My lonely, oh so lonely, 1 Gateway. 3 Shien's Smoke Signal, because that didn't get touched. 3 6 Samurai United, because that also didn't get touched. 1 Reinforcements. 3 Gold Sark. These are here to make sure I get that gateway as soon as possible, and if I already have the gateway, well then I'm just going to grab stuff to explode with. 1 Book of Moon. At 1, I mean it's still a Synchro Disruptor, it can still stop a game push, so why not? 1 Dark Hole. 1 MST. 1 Giant Trunade as a replacement for Cold Wave, and Monster Reborn. Onto the trap lineup. 1 Double-Edged Sword Technique. It's good, but Trap Stun's going to be seeing a lot of use, I think, with Cold Wave being gone, so I'm only going to run 1. 2 Musukatani Megatama. 3 would be overkill, but it's really good protection. And a Solemn Judgment, a Mirror Force, and 2 Solemn Warning. Pretty standard after that. As far as your extra deck goes, it's pretty cut and dry that you want to run at least 2, if not 3 Shien. I prefer 3 just in case you go into a long game. It's just, he's too good not to want to have available. After that, it's really up to you. There's, obviously, it's going to be easiest to make 5s and 6s. Or not even, but yeah, 5s and 6s. So, you know, Catastor, Bryanak, maybe a Gaia Knight to get over Stardust, but other than that, there's really not. It's all random stuff, generic stuff after that. So whatever you want. I am also going to go over my my side deck, because I feel that I got a couple choices in here that might help a little bit, at least a couple people. I'm running 2 DD Crow over my Crevices. I finally took my Crevices out. Again, with Trap Stun most likely seeing more use this format, DD Crow can be dropped from the hand. It's still good, it still disrupts stuff, and you don't need 2 of that actual attribute in the graveyard like you do with Crevice. You just need that 1 target, so I like it. 2 Effect Veiler. This is going to hurt a lot of decks. This is going to kill, you know, even a mirror match as Kageki is not going to get his effect, and he'll stay at 200. Debris Dragon's not going to get his effect. Just Monarchs won't get them. Coelacanth won't get his effect, which is great because Fish TK is apparently not a deck that 6 Sams go up well against. I've had some bad run-ins with Fish TK lately. So, good card to run. 2 GB Hunter, my main Gladiator Beast hate. I still prefer it almost any other card. I've had plenty of games where it just sits there from the beginning of the duel to the end doing nothing while they do nothing. Now for my spells, I only have 2 spells, and it may seem an odd choice, but I'll explain why. 2 Zombie World. This has threefold purpose. 1, it's going to stop Monarchs. Flat, just, you know, that's one of the bigger, your Formula Monarchs didn't get touched, and people are thinking they're going to be one of the better decks this format. This stops them because you can't tribute for Monarchs, because there's no Zombie Monarch yet. Second purpose is it will help you against Gravekeepers by giving you a field you can set to get rid of their field, which is great because we like having our graveyard open to us, and we like cutting them off from Necro Valley so they don't have 2,500 defending spies and whatnot. And the third is Puppet Plant. Puppet Plant wrecked me a couple tournaments back. It's how I lost official TK. They Puppet Planted my Xian and double tributed with a Swap Frog for a Coelacanth, and I lost. Zombie World makes every monster on the field zombie, which means Puppet Plant does not work. Fantastic card. I like it a lot. And it's my favorite field in the world. It's been for a long time, and this is just another reason for me to love it. On to traps. One Swallow Flip, mainly a little more GB hate. Gets rid of that Gazerus and all that kind of stuff if they manage to get it out. 2 Chain Disappearance. This is for Kagamusha. It's going to really hurt them if in a mirror match if you Chain Disappearance their Kagamusha. It's just for there's a long list of little things, and I'd still throw it in against the Dandelion even just to make sure that little bastard goes away for good. So it's an all-around good card. 2 Pulling the Rug, Gadget hate, Monarch hate. Again, you can throw it in against 6 Sams for that Kageki summon. It's still one of those counter traps with a lot of use. And finally, 2 Chivalry. Now, it is mainly GB hate, but there's a lot of cards that deck hates on. It hates on any deck that runs any kind of a recruiter, like Gravekeepers do. X-Sabers, they'll still be decent this format. There's a lot of decks that run some kind of a recruiter, and Chivalry shuts them all down if you kill them by battle. It's a great card. I love it. I still sided at least once a tournament. So, pretty happy with those choices. Other side deck options you could have, I don't have any on me, so I'm not running them, but Gozen Match and Rivalry of Warlords. Gozen Match is a continuous trap. When it's activated, both players send monsters on their side of the field to the graveyard until they control only one type of monster, or one attribute of monster. So it's fire, water, whatever. And as long as it's facing in the field, neither player can control monsters of more than one attribute. This is going to hurt a lot of decks. 6 Sams being one of them, because we have a very wide variety of elements in the 6 Samurais. But the Rivalry of Warlords is very much the same. When it's activated, both players choose one type, like Spellcaster, Aqua, Warrior, whatever. And as long as that card remains facing in the field, each player could only have that type. This is going to hurt Formula Monarchs, Frognarchs, Frogs, Frog OTK. It's going to hurt them because they run different types of cards, and they can't do anything when they can only have one type out. Because the ruling for both of these cards is, in case anybody doesn't know, is that while you have a monster, let's say you have an Aqua monster out on the field, and that's your only monster, you can't tribute that for a Caius, because you can't tribute, because you're trying to summon a Fiend while you still have an Aqua on the field. So it doesn't work. You can't do it. So it can completely lock down decks. That's why they're really great side deck choices. There's a lot of decks those things hurt. I've seen them in action. They wreck. Gravekeepers love them in their side deck. They're just fun. It's fun to watch. I would definitely like to run Rivalry of Warlords in my 6 Sam sideboard, just because I can call out Warrior and I'll be safe. And there's a lot of decks I'll wreck with that, which is always a good thing to have. So that is my video on my new updated 6 Samurai list. I'd love to hear some comments. I'm going to give again another shout out to Ballastar 4 and Dang Derby. They're a couple of friends that they're only Ballastar 4's only got a couple videos up so far, but they're working on it. I'd love to see them get some more subscribers, some more views and stuff like that. And hopefully I'll be getting some dual videos up to you guys soon. I know I haven't put anything like that up. It's all been deck profiles and discussion. I'd like to get some dual videos up there with them as well, so we're working on that. In the meantime, I am also working on an updated Karakuri deck. There's a lot of weird versions of that out now. Plants, Psychics, Machinas, all 3, Salvo. It's big work in progress. So as soon as I get something a little more solid figured out, I'll get to you guys on that as well. Thanks.